But yeah, I am joined by an amazing panel of women who are all running the 100K this weekend, and I can't wait to introduce you to all of them. My plan is to talk to them for about 20 minutes and then open the floor to some audience Q&A. So get your most important questions ready. They are a captive audience, so it's really easy to ask them whatever you want. To start, we joked that this was kind of lazy, but we're going to roll with it. I would love each of you to introduce yourself really briefly, like your name, where you came from to run the race today, and what you came here for.
No. Yes. Yeah. My name is you can pronounce it, but it's Geneviève. So I'm from Montreal City. I speak in French, so I don't a little bit understand English, but I will try. And I'm here because I saw friends last year, and I'm jealous. So I want to run here this year.
Awesome.
Hi, Aquilano. I'm from Carmel, Indiana, and I'm here because this race has held my heart for the past 3 years, and I'm here to compete and run with some friends.
I'm MK Sullivan. I'm from Reno, Nevada, and I'm here to run my first ultra and see what happens.
Hi.
You want this one?
Hi, Jack.
We got musical mics going on.
Oh, we're doing this one again? Hi. Hello. Oh, now this one works. Hello. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Heather Jackson. I drove up from Tucson. We just got down to Tucson. We split between Bend, Oregon and Tucson, Arizona. And I am coming back after just falling in love with this race last year and just, wanted to kick my year off with this one again.
My name's Lucy Bartholomew. I'm from Melbourne, Australia. I am here to run Black Canyon for the first time, and I thought that it was going to play to my Aussie heat advantage, and I'm severely disappointed so far.
Yeah, we'll stick on that for a second, Lucy. We know that you came in looking for some sunshine. I think you've gotten a little bit of it while you're here, but also we're looking at snow across the way. Hi. You know, going into tomorrow, how are you feeling about maybe a very cold start tomorrow morning?
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster of emotions. You know, Tim Tollison putting up a fake photo from Mammoth really threw me one, because I was like, damn, oh my gosh, there's so much snow. Was looking for micro spikes, long sleeves, you know, whatever, you name it, I was wanting it. Then kind of was in Tucson, was getting falsely promised some blue skies. Got to a Prescott yesterday and was just like, oh, you have got to be kidding me. Now I've driven back down here and I'm like, oh, okay, you know, it's not too bad. So I feel like I've ridden the highs and lows, and now it's just going to be what it'll be on the start line. You know, the emotions, the energy of everything, the nervousness will warm me up from inside. But I definitely have the gear now, which is very good because I came with pretty much a bikini and a sports bra, you know.
Lucy, I think a lot of us fell in love with your story at Western States originally and have kind of been following along ever since. You know, this is a golden ticket race. Not only is it a golden ticket race, but it's a super golden ticket race. And because of that, we have a super field that's come together. What would it mean to you tomorrow to put yourself in golden ticket position?
Yeah, totally. I mean, you know, one of the allures to coming to Black Canyon is the golden ticket aspect. It's not the be-all, the end-all. It's, you know, my place in the field of these incredible women is here nor there. I feel like what I've gotten from coming and visiting Arizona for the first time, running a course that terrifies me in terms of when do we get to walk and when is there, you know, like pizza coming out of Kumail like UTMB. You know, I'm looking for some long walking breaks, but it's going to be really good. I'm going to learn a lot out there from the girls, from myself, and from the people around me. And, you know, yeah, I want back to Western States. I want my dad to come back to Western States. The Bartholomews need just like a nice, happy experience there. We've seen it the best. We've seen it the worst. We've both DNF'd now. And, yeah, so it's been a journey, and this is just going to be another stepping stone on the way.
Awesome. Heather, this time last year, I think we were all like becoming super fans of Heather Jackson. We had seen you run the gutsiest javelina ever about a year ago, your first foray into the sport of ultra running, just going all in. with the 100-mile distance. You then came back to Black Canyon, and we watched you duke it out with the last year's champion, Keely Henninger, who will be out pacing and crewing this weekend for Rachel Drake. Like, you've got nothing to lose tomorrow. You got your golden ticket at Javelina just a couple months ago. Like, I mean, we know that you like to race a little spicy from the front, but I think we're all a little bit curious what we might be expecting from Heather out there tomorrow.
Whoa. Thanks, Corinne. Appreciate that. Yeah, I definitely feel a little bit different coming in this year because I fortunately was able to get a golden ticket at Javelina. So for me, this is more just another opportunity to practice practice my pacing from the gun. I certainly don't have, I never had pacing down in triathlon, and I definitely don't have it down still, but I think I've explained to some people that I was always one of the last female pros out of the water in triathlon, so I literally would be coming from behind every race and would have to chase down. And now that I have the opportunity to actually start with everyone is just like this big thing that I have to calm myself down from the gun. But for me, it's really just practice. I knew it would be a really competitive field, given there are 3 golden tickets here, and I like to race. Yeah, I just like to race the tough fields, and this event I think is great practice for June. The terrain, it's another opportunity for some more of that technical practice that I just will always need to work on. Javelina isn't as technical, obviously, so to get that practice in tomorrow, and just a good practice day, really. So.
Practice day with a little bit of spice, I'm sure. Okay, so speaking of the terrain out there, last year, Javelina, you learned a little bit about the ups and the downs there, but I know last year after the race, talking with you and Keely, the downhills were really a place where you felt like you had something to learn, especially headed into Western states. Now you've got a year of ultra running under your belt. How are you feeling about the downhills and the rocks out there tomorrow?
Yeah, exactly. That's been the biggest thing. I think last year I raced Javelina 2 Octobers ago and walked away. My quads were shredded from that, and that's not even downhill, really. And I thought I was prepping for this event last year, and I got here and it was even worse. And so this winter I was like, okay, you need to work on this. So I had purposely been going to Smith Rock, anyone that knows the Bend, Oregon area, once or twice a week this winter, running as hard as I can downhill on some rocky technical stuff, really just thrashing the legs. So I'm still learning of does that actually translate tomorrow? They will feel better. We'll see. But I have been trying to work on exactly that, because that is the stuff that I don't have from so many years of road running and in triathlon. So I'm hoping to just keep working on that and progressing with that. And tomorrow we'll see if some of the work I did this winter actually makes the legs feel a little bit better, mile 40 and on.
Yeah, I'll be on the live commentary tomorrow. We'll place some wagers in the live chat with Brett and Finn over there, maybe about how Heather's downhill running's progressing. Sweet. MK.
Hello. Hi.
100K distance this weekend. And I don't want to put any pressure on you right now, but I've been told, I think in a public interview, that if you got a golden ticket tomorrow, that you might not take it. Gasps. Okay, perfect. So
Thank you.
People might wonder why you'd come to a golden ticket race if you might not want a golden ticket. So tell us a little bit about coming here, jumping up to the 100K distance, and wanting to throw down even if Western States isn't the end goal.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can see right here, and also with the women that aren't up here right now, that this is an incredibly competitive field. And I love to compete. I love to race. That's why I do this. But also, I didn't want my first 100K experience to be something that I did by myself. So I'm going to be lifted up by a ton of incredible women tomorrow, kind of see what I can do, but also learn from them. But yeah, I mean, I don't want a golden ticket. It's not something that I really am searching for at the moment, but I am here to try to, come away with a win still. But yeah, it's going to be exciting. Very scary.
Very scary. How many people are running their first 100K this weekend? Yeah. Excellent. So just like MK, I'm sure that there's some unknown and some fear going in. So what have you been telling yourself as you like approach this big jump in distance so that you do feel you put those butterflies into flying formation?
Yeah, I mean, it's just running, so that's what I try to remind myself, like, as competitive as I can be and as much as I want to, like, go out there and do as best as I can, it's still just running at the end of the day, so I'm just excited to, like, go out there and see what my strength as, like, a, you know, sub-ultra, primarily athlete does, because I do think that I tend to do better at, like, longer stuff when it comes to the sub-ultra world even, like the 50K distance. And so, yeah, I think that my training will translate pretty well. And yeah, it's just running at the end of the day.
It's just running. So when you kick a rock for like the 1,000th time tomorrow, it's just running still. Okay, Shay. Shay, you're one of our young guns. Shay's 23.
I'm
22. Sorry, I'm trying to age her up this weekend. She's 22, but it's her 4th appearance at Black Canyon in the 100K distance, and she's gone from a 12-something to a 9:08, I think.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
humble brag up here for Shay, because I don't think she'll toot her own horn at all. Shay got also cornered into being on this panel about 5 minutes before we started, because Nicole Hansen, unfortunately, will not be racing this weekend due to getting sick. And so, Shay, thank you for bearing with us.
Yeah, thank you to roping me into this.
Yeah. But I told
Happy
Shay, you know,
here,
we're going to
though.
ask really easy questions. And you clearly love this race. You're passionate about Aravaipa and being out here at a race like Black Canyon. You actually came out and ran the Coldwater Rumble just a
did.
couple weeks ago.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about what it means to be running in this community.
So I love coming out here because the desert is just beautiful trails out here. It's a great way to escape the Midwest winter. If anyone knows, you know. Also, Aravaipa always puts on grade A performances and races. Their volunteers are world class. I've never had a bad race experience here, so it's become one of my happy places, and I'm super stoked to be back.
Speaking of being from the Midwest, you trained to be on the World's team, which was in Innsbruck, Austria, and had about as much vert as possible in a 50-mile race from Indiana. So tell us a little bit about, I mean, I know that a lot of us come from all over the place to do these races, and it's really easy to think, like, I run on the flats, I don't have technical trails, I'm stuck to roads because it's snowy out. Like, talk a little bit about prepping for a race like this, given any sort of terrain limitation, but also, like, the confidence you take from your training to be on a start line and perform so well.
Yeah, totally. So when you're in a place like Indiana, where it's pancake flat, you have to learn to be a little bit creative with your training. So that can include embracing some treadmill uphill segments and finding hills where you can and just doing lots of mini repeats on like a 0.15 mile hill. Yeah. But you learn to embrace the challenges that come your way and take confidence from experiences you've had in the past. And so you reach into that past experience and you're able to bring that with you and hopefully steel your heart and mind against whatever you're about to face. At the end of the day, I love running in the mountains. I love running in the desert. Running is running. It's going to be fun regardless. So you just have to embrace it, whatever it is.
Perfect. If anyone has any course-specific questions, you can try to corner Shay before she leaves later, because she knows the course super, super well at this point.
I got you.
Jen, well, you told us that we could call you Jen before we started, so that feels safe. Jen, I was looking back at some of the races that you've run, and you've raced. I mean, Ultra Trail Haracana is just like a brutal, technical, gutsy race. You're coming here. It's definitely rocky, and I'm wondering how you feel kind of translating the running that you do at home on that rooty stuff to the rocks here in the desert.
I'm not fair because the track in Quebec City is really technical. So what is the most difficult part? It's the downhill because the race is always down, and but I'm good in down, and I don't love up. So maybe I will love the race tomorrow. They all speak a long sentences. I can speak long sentences, but what is the question?
Oh, no, You nailed it.
It's
Yeah, you nailed it. Perfect. I think yes. The other question I want to ask you before we give everyone some advice, I think, is, this is a golden ticket race. You're a newer face to some of us, but I know the Canadians. We got a strong Canadian contingency here. Yeah. They know exactly who you are and are going to be cheering super loud tomorrow. So tell us a little bit about, I know you were jealous last year. You wanted to come run because it looked like so much fun, but tell us a little bit about, maybe wanting to mix it up and hopefully find your way to that podium finish or that golden ticket finish.
I just looked the panel. It's just amazing woman, and I will do my best in the race. But yes, I will. I want to be to the podium with these girls. I have the competitive part of me that I just don't give up. So I will do my best. I will run fast, very fast, because she's fast. And because me, I fall a lot in Quebec City, but it's rock, so you can see my knee. Huh? But here it's cactus. So I don't want to fall in cactus. So I will try to keep my knee on the road.
Yeah.
Yes.
Aim for the rocks.
In the rocks.
Excellent. So I know that everyone that's racing this weekend or has raced here before or has ever done an ultra, or maybe you're doing your first ultra this weekend, you've probably made mistakes, right? Yeah, at least a handful of mistakes. So while we have such expert talent up here, I'm actually going to ask each of you to give the audience a piece of advice for their race this weekend. And maybe it's the same advice that you need to hear as well. I think that sometimes that's how it works. So I'm wondering, Jen, we'll start with you. What is the piece of advice you would give to those racing this weekend?
Everybody here will go to the pain cave, everybody. And when we are here, just push yourself to jump up and just smile. Smile is the best thing you can do. And when we smile, just in your head, the head said, oh, she smiled, she's good. So you jump at the pain cave, it's all good. So you can go to the pain cave, and it's not bad enough. You can go there 1 time, 2 times, 4th time, how many times you want, but you have to go up and don't stay here, I think.
Fake it till you make it.
Yes.
Yeah. Shay, piece of advice.
I would say just remember that you're stronger than you think you are, and it never always gets worse.
Never always gets worse.
Yes.
There is a bottom. MK, do you have advice?
Am I even allowed to give advice? I have never done this.
You've never done 100K, yeah.
My advice for myself is just keep eating. Yes. Does that count? Yeah, just keep eating.
We'll see if MK can follow that. Her crew's gonna keep tabs. Perfect.
Yeah, I was going to give the nutrition advice. I mean, it's going to be super cold to start, so don't let that affect your getting in calories, because you actually are going to be burning more when you're cold. So you almost want to almost overcompensate early on and make sure you're getting it in, even though maybe your hands are freezing and you don't feel like drinking because it's so cold and your liquid is cold, but get it in.
Excellent.
I think my advice is, at the end of the day, like everyone keeps saying, is we simplify it to like it is just running. It's left foot, it's right foot. Just keep doing that till you get to the end. Nibble, nibble, sip, sip, eat, drink, say thank you to your crew, say thank you to the volunteers. You might be running 100Ks, but there's a lot going on behind the scenes between the race organizers, crews, volunteers, people making and helping you do that. So if you can kind of maybe zoom out of like it's not just about you tomorrow, it's about so many people that have helped you get here. It's partners and families and brothers and sisters and dogs and whatever. But yeah, just kind of like the cumulative thing, and like what that equals is you having a day on the trails, and your job tomorrow is to run and eat, and that's a pretty privileged thing to do on a Saturday.
I could not agree more. So before we open it up to any smart, hilarious, nonsense questions from the audience, kind of speaking to Lucy's point, like while this is an individual sport, it's also, there's a big team aspect out there, a big team dynamic. And so I'd love to hear from each of you. Lucy, we'll have you kick this off, just giving a shout out to who's going to be out there making this happen tomorrow.
Yeah, so my crew is made up of two of my competitors, inspirations, Amanda Basham, who was meant to be on the start line but couldn't be for some reasons, and so now is going to pace me the last 12. Abby Hall, who has come back from a knee injury. It'll be her longest run since surgery. She's taking me for the 18 miles. And then I've got my Auburn mum, my American mum from Auburn, who's looked after me for every Western States, and so we're bringing her out here because I can't race in the U.S. without her.
Love it. Heather, who's going to be on your side tomorrow?
I've got my incredible husband, Waddy, and crew members Drew, Ken, and Kenny, my team crewing. And I need to give a shout out to Sue and Mike Hutter. They took my puppy Stevie last minute so that she wouldn't be terrorizing the sag areas. So she's in good hands. But yeah, thank you to those people. Huge, huge thanks.
Perfect. MK, your crew's staring at you, so you got to be really specific.
Oh no. My crew chief, my husband Tommy Sullivan, and one of my oldest and dearest friends and teammates, Helen Mino Faulkner, will be pacing me for the last 10 miles, hopefully. And yeah, Murphy will be holding it down in the van. So
Murphy's a dog.
yeah, Murphy's my dog. Oh, you have a mic.
My crew's actually all huddled over there. So a big shout out to my mom and the Baumgartner crew, especially Katie and Austin, who will be my pacers for the last half the race. So super excited to spend some miles with them.
Jen, how about your crew?
Yes, it's a friend of me, Fred and his family.
Amazing. Okay, round of applause. I think I've got a couple minutes to take a few audience questions. Is anyone brave enough? Yeah, I'll just repeat. If you say it loudly, I'll repeat for everyone else. Ah, okay. This is good. Crews, listen up. The question, and anyone can take this, whoever feels strongly about it. What is the best thing your crews could do for you, and what is the worst thing your crews could do for you tomorrow?
I think it's to remember, because we don't have almost your head when you go to the head station. You don't have to think. Just eat, drink, and the worst, I think, it's to don't say the reality. Like you look awesome, yeah.
I was gonna say best thing is please lie to me a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, Helen will lie to you for sure. I feel like this is good. Anyone else, best or worst crew? Help? No, your crews are dialed.
I don't have enough experience to have a worst crew, you know. So like,
You'll find something maybe.
we'll find something tomorrow.
Any other questions? Captive audience. This is your one opportunity in public to ask them anything you want within reason. Yeah. MK is going to be figuring this one out on course tomorrow, I think. And the question was, how do you figure out that space between pushing yourself but making sure there's still something left in the tank? Heather's also still working on this one.
You don't know. It's about your experience.
But I think you never know until the finish. And you just have to push and to listen, not so much your body, but your head. Because your body, we always say you're hurt. All your body hurt, but your head is strong enough to push yourself to your limit, I think.
I think that's what we're all striving for. We can do maybe one last question if anyone's feeling inspired. Is there a hand in the back that we're missing, MK? Yeah. You have to speak really loudly for me. Oh, yeah. I mean, Lucy brought a bikini. Jen brought a sports bra. Is this a layering question, or do we want to identify? I'm layering. Okay, how are you guys layering in the morning so we don't freeze? Well, also not get too hot.
A tank with arms.
Arm sleeves, yeah.
That's it. because it will rain. So rain, you will be more loud if you have a lot of clothes. So no clothes.
No clothes. Easy. Shay, what are you figuring
I
out?
will also be wearing a t-shirt and arm sleeves. Make sure to bring some layers for the start before you go into the warm-up corral because it will be chilly at the beginning. But you can toss your clothes to crew or in your drop bags at the beginning, and I'm pretty
Sweet.
sure they'll collect them.
Yeah.
Maybe my take is if you're frozen, run faster.
I think we're taking a lot away from this. Any other layering things that are going to happen out there? Lucy's still in a bikini, so it's fine. MK?
I have a dude bringing me clothes to wear. I'm picking them up right now, so I'll let you know what my outfit looks like. It could be a little bit big.
We'll see it at 6:30 on the live stream.
You have a sauna suit?
Huh?
Sauna suit?
No, but I have a down jacket that's like, you know, you might see me ripping through Bumblebee in that.
So it sounds like anything goes tomorrow, but yeah, dress smart, bring layers. You can shed them. They can go in drop bags, etc. But yeah, stay safe out there. Let's give everyone a big round of applause. Thanks, ladies. We'll see you out there tomorrow. And then Elite Men on the panel. We'll get you guys started in about 5 minutes, so don't go anywhere.